What's up guys, WSC Stage Creator back again with another video. Today we are reviewing Royal Rumble 2021. Man, this show was really good. I really enjoyed Royal Rumble. I have a few gripes about the show and we'll get into all the details about that, but overall it was a really fun, good Royal Rumble show, and that was the worry going in, you know, with the Thunderdome and not having fans and no crowd reactions really. Like, that was the worry, and they put all that to bed. This was a good Royal Rumble. It really didn't matter not having the fans there. It still was good, and we're going to get into all the details. Starting off with the kickoff show, we had the Women's Tag Team Championships defended. Charlotte Flair and Asuka, the Women's Tag Team Champions, defended their titles against Nia Jax and Shayna. Nia and Shayna won the match after Lacey Evans ran the interference, hit Charlotte in the head. I think she used brass knuckles or something like that, and Nia and Shayna won the match. So it seems like we may be doing Asuka versus Charlotte at WrestleMania. We'll have to wait and see about that, or maybe Charlotte wins the title from Asuka earlier, then maybe we'll see Charlotte as the champion versus Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania. We'll have to wait and see about that. But then we get onto the main card right here. We started out big with a big match. This had a big fight feel to it. We had Goldberg versus Drew McIntyre, and everybody was scared that Goldberg would somehow beat Drew McIntyre, and you know, that's been what Goldberg's been doing these past few years, coming in, beating the young guys, taking their titles. But no, not tonight. Drew McIntyre kicked his head off. These guys had a really fun match, way better than I expected. Goldberg came out with some fight shorts, changing up the attire. I guess we'll get a new figure of that. Made the little adjustment right here. But they went at it right before the bell. Big Glasgow kiss, and Drew McIntyre hit a spear on Goldberg. That was pretty awesome. And then Goldberg delivered a spear to Drew McIntyre through the barricade right before the match even started. We had a really short match as Goldberg matches go. At one point, Goldberg hit a jackhammer on Drew, and I was scared. I was like, oh no, this is it. But Drew McIntyre kicked out, and in the end, I think it took about two, maybe three, I think it was two claymores to beat Goldberg and retain the championship, and then some respect shown after the match. Good piece of business here. Good way to put over Drew as a big star going into WrestleMania as the champ, as he should be, and we'll have to wait and see who Drew faces at WrestleMania. We'll have some speculation on that at the end of the video. Then next up, we had the Women's Championship over on SmackDown. It was Sasha Banks versus Carmella here. These guys have actually had a pretty good feud. I enjoyed it so far, and I think this is over and done with here, but Sasha Banks picks up the win here, makes Carmella tap with the bank statement. Not much to say about this match, but it was pretty good for what it was. Then we go over to a concert of Bad Bunny performing Booker T with Booker T on the stage too, and I don't know, the performance was you know, since it's not English, it's, you know, it's not that appealing to me, I guess, but you know, it is what it is. It wasn't too bad, it wasn't too good either, but yeah, it is what it is, and he came into play later on in the night in the Royal Rumble match too, which was very interesting. Then we got into the Women's Royal Rumble match. Now, I'm only going to talk about the highlights. I'm not going to go through every single entrant and what they did and whatnot, but I'm going to talk about the highlights here. We started off with Bayley and the returning Naomi in this match, which was really cool. Then at number 3, it was Bianca Belair, my pick to win. I predicted her to win. I really wanted her to win. I thought she would win. She came in at number 3, and she did end up winning in what was a really good Women's Royal Rumble match. The highlights of the match were, there were a bunch of surprise entrants in this match. You had people from NXT like Santana Garrett, which I had no idea who she was, but that was really cool. She looked good in the ring. We had women like Toni Storm, Dakota Kai, Rhea Ripley, Shotzi Blackheart, stuff like that. I don't think I'm forgetting anybody. Maybe I am. They didn't put Raquel Gonzalez in there, which I'm pretty surprised about. But yeah, I love Shotzi Blackheart. Rhea Ripley did really good in this match. They also had some legends in this match too, which really surprised me. We had Victoria. That was really cool. And Jillian Hall, one that I never thought about bringing back as a surprise entrant, but that was really cool. Jillian Hall was so funny back in the day, and she did some cool stuff with Billy and Jilly in this match. Billy Kay, she was really funny in this match. That was really good. But yeah, a really good Women's Royal Rumble here. Maybe not as good as 2020, or maybe it was, I don't know. I'll have to watch it again. But man, good stuff all around. We had Alicia Fox also in this match, which was like, don't really care about Alicia Fox, but she came in this match. R-Truth ran in, he was like, wrong Rumble. He was chased by all the people coming for the title. Alicia Fox won the 24/7 title in this match, then R-Truth won it back. Then Lana over here returned, and she was away since November or maybe December, after she was supposed to be in a match at TLC, but she got injured or something like that. But she came back here, she eliminated Nia Jax, which was huge, and she was in like the final 5 but got eliminated, I believe, by Natalya, and the final 4 in the match was Natalya, why? Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, please God don't let Charlotte Flair win, luckily she didn't, and Rhea Ripley. And this ending was intense, bro. This ending was really, really good. You know, I was rooting for Bianca Belair, also had some money on her too, so I wanted her to win. And man, the intensity of that ending with Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley, the final 3 with Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair was so awesome. When it came down to the final 2, I was like, oh, who's it gonna be? This is really tough. I knew deep down I wanted Bianca. I thought Bianca. Didn't think it made sense for someone from NXT who didn't have too much exposure to the mainstream audience. I didn't think they would win. But Rhea Ripley had a great performance. I wouldn't have minded if she won, but Bianca Belair definitely was the right choice. And man, that ending was so awesome. She's up there pointing at the sign, whipping her hair back and forth. Like, that was so good. Bianca Belair going to WrestleMania, hopefully to fight Sasha Banks for the title, and hopefully she wins. But man, that Women's Rumble was really, really good. Then in a little moment here after the match, Peter Rosenberg beat R-Truth for the 24/7 title, little comedy skit right there. Then we moved on to the big boys right here, the Universal Championship last man standing match, and these guys went all out. They went all out, man. This match was freaking awesome. It kind of botched the ending, we'll get into that, but the highlights of the match, man. Owens got thrown off the Thunderdome again, through the tables. He got ran down by a freaking golf cart, went right through the windshield. That was crazy. I did not see that coming whatsoever. Then this crazy man right here, Kevin Owens, climbed up a forklift and hit a swanton bomb through Roman Reigns, through the tables backstage. That was absolutely crazy. Kevin Owens is a madman. Then if that wasn't enough, Roman Reigns speared Kevin Owens through the stage. Then Roman Reigns tried to handcuff Kevin Owens to the stage, but instead he got handcuffed himself, and it was at a 9 count. He couldn't get to his feet, but he pulled the referee into the stage, knocked him out. And then after that, Paul Heyman came out with the key, trying to unlock him, and it took way longer than expected. Took way longer to do it than it should have, and it kind of botched the finish. The momentum kind of lost its luster right there. Took way too long. The referee kind of like stopped counting. He wouldn't get up in time if he kept counting. It took way too long to unlock him from the handcuffs. Should have used a bulb cutter or something like that. It would be way quicker. And then after that, he locked in the guillotine on Kevin Owens and made him pass out and won the last man standing match. But the end, like, Kevin Owens could have easily stomped Roman Reigns, beat him up some more. Like, he was up on his feet by the end of it, but Roman Reigns took way too long to uncuff himself from the handcuffs, kind of spoiled the finish there. But an amazing match. These guys went through hell and back, and that was incredible. Then we get to the men's 30-man Royal Rumble match, which I have a little bit of issues with, but overall it was pretty entertaining. So it was announced that Randy Orton and Edge would start the Royal Rumble matches. It was actually announced that Randy Orton would be number 1 and Edge would be number 2. They flipped it here. Edge went in number 1, and he had an awesome attire on. I really hope they make a figure of it. I bet they will. Edge didn't want to wait. He went right up the stage right after Orton. These guys were brawling all around outside the ring. People came in, a bunch of heels, trying to team up all on Edge, help Randy Orton. Then the babyface Jeff Hardy comes in, kind of stops it, and then Orton and Edge go outside. Big DDT on the table by Edge, and then Edge uses a chair to smash Randy Orton's leg, and then Randy Orton kind of gets carted out like he's injured, so he gets taken backstage, but he's not eliminated. Nakamura came in at one point. He had his old attire back, no more bodysuits. He's not wearing the bodysuit anymore. He's got no top on like he used to, which is cool. Then a surprise entrant that I predicted was Carlito. Carlito came in this match, and he was looking great, man. He looks absolutely jacked. I hope he wrestles full time. He's looking in the best shape of his career, man. He looked so good, and I wished he spit the apple in somebody's face who didn't want to be cool. but I understand COVID times, you know, whatever. You don't want to spit in anyone's face. I get that. One issue with this Rumble is a lot of like mid-card kind of jobber guys all throughout like the start of this match. Wasn't really that star-studded. Like, they're good mid-carders, good jobbers, but like, it was just like, oh, okay, this guy comes in, this guy comes in, nothing special. And then Damian Priest comes in. This guy looked like a freaking superstar. That's a way to debut somebody. Damian Priest, look at this awesome figure that I have of him. Damian Priest looked amazing in this matchup. I expect big things from him. I wonder if he'll be on Raw or SmackDown. I could see after the Royal Rumble, he had a little face-off with Lashley. Lashley eliminated him, but Lashley, Damian Priest, maybe at WrestleMania, that could be pretty interesting. But yeah, he was a superstar of the Royal Rumble. Also, Riddle, he was a standout in this Royal Rumble also. At one point, because of a backstage altercation with Bad Bunny, Miz had, and Booker T, he came out and destroyed Bad Bunny's DJ set that was still on the stage. Bad Bunny came out and he was all like, why you destroying my stuff, man? And then because of the distraction, Damian Priest eliminated Miz and Morrison from the match, and then Bad Bunny went up to the top rope, did a dive onto them, almost slipped off the top rope. That could have been catastrophic, but kind of a cool moment here. I bet in the future, people are going to be like, who the hell was Bad Bunny? Like, nobody's going to look back at this Royal Rumble and be like, what? This guy's a big superstar. Like, nobody, I don't know who he is. Maybe it's just not mainstream to me, but you know, I think in 10 years, nobody's going to know who the hell this guy is, and they're going to be like, why the hell was he in this? Then kind of something that was spoiled for me online, there was a website that kind of spoiled that he was backstage. It was Kane, and Kane came in this match, and it was like, okay, Kane, cool, haven't seen him in a while. Kane, I don't like today's version of Kane. He comes down without any confidence. He's like looking down at the ground. He's all hobbling around. He's not the same monster he used to be. It's like, come on, man. Be a monster. Be aggressive. He just doesn't have that fire anymore. It's so weird. But Kane had a little Team Hell No reunion, but then turned on Daniel Bryan. But it's always good to see Kane, and he's a big-time performer in the Royal Rumble match. Has the most overall eliminations, I believe. Then also we got a Hurricane surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble, and what a waste of a spot in the Royal Rumble. I know they want to have their comedy spots in the Royal Rumble and all, and you kind of have to have that, but like, we've seen Hurricane do this same spot in 2018. Why are you doing it again so soon? That was just such a waste. Couldn't you find anyone better? Anyone from NXT? I mean, come on, there had to be way better options than that. Come on, that's so recycled. Not good, man. I just didn't care for that. Then, next one was a massive pop for me. Christian's back. Christian came back in the Royal Rumble. That is amazing. He retired in like 2014. Now he's back. I wonder if this was just a one-off or not. But man, he looked great. That was really, really awesome. Big pop for me seeing Christian and Carlito. I loved both of them in the Royal Rumble match. But we also missed some people in this match that maybe we thought would be in it. Like, The Fiend didn't appear at all, not in any capacity, not even to eliminate Randy Orton from the match. That's really surprising. Jey Uso, who was announced for this match, wasn't in it, and Keith Lee wasn't in it, so I assume that these guys are sick. They may have the virus, that's why they weren't in it, and that really sucks. Like, Keith Lee, I thought, would have been a great choice to win the match. Imagine if he was supposed to win, but he got sick. That would have been terrible. If he got screwed out of his opportunity because he got sick, man, that sucks, bro. That really bums me out that Keith Lee wasn't in this match, but you know, it is what it is. They did what they did here, and we didn't even see the Beast, man. The Beast, Brock Lesnar, I didn't expect him, but a lot of people did expect him, and I thought it would be really cool if he did show up in this match, but you know, it is what it is. No Brock Lesnar, no Rock. I mean, come on, that's a bit far-fetched. Cena, he was filming a movie, so he wouldn't be able to do this. We got the return of the Messiah, Seth Rollins. He looked great, and one thing today, the betting odds jumped, and Seth Rollins became the favorite on the betting odds, and I was like, whoa, why is he the favorite on the betting odds? Because the betting odds usually tells you who's going to win. Not this year. Seth Rollins, man, he went up to the top of the betting odds. I was like, whoa, Seth Rollins going to win the Royal Rumble again? And we're going to do Reigns versus Rollins? That's really interesting, but it wasn't meant to be, and Daniel Bryan, who was the favorite for a while on the betting odds, got eliminated, man. Daniel Bryan, a favorite, everyone thought he was going to win. I, in the end, thought he was going to win, but no, Daniel Bryan got eliminated by Seth Rollins himself, so that's very interesting. We'll have to wait and see if he's going to face Reigns at WrestleMania. Maybe he's not. We'll have to wait and see there, but in the end, Edge eliminates Seth Rollins. Then out of nowhere, Randy Orton comes back after being backstage the whole time, and he comes out, tries to eliminate Edge, but Edge eliminates him, and Edge wins the 2021 Royal Rumble, his second Royal Rumble. He won 2010, now he's won the 2021. Edge going to WrestleMania. I did not expect him to come for the world title. I did not see him in the Royal Rumble. I thought maybe he would come back after and challenge Randy Orton. Once the Fiend and Orton feud's done, he would come back and face Randy Orton or something like that. But man, I should have known that Edge would be in this Royal Rumble. That's on me. But Edge, I didn't think he'd win it. And Edge won the Royal Rumble. Who knows, maybe it was because Keith Lee couldn't be in it. But Edge wins the Royal Rumble, and it'll be really interesting to see who he faces at WrestleMania. It's a really great story for Edge, coming for the title that he never lost, so I could see him facing either of these champions right here. I guess it'd make a little bit more sense to go after the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, considering that's the closest title to what he lost since they merged those titles back in 2013. So I could see him going after Drew, but I think it'd be a bit more interesting if he went after Roman Reigns. So we'll have to wait and see there, but Edge wins the Royal Rumble. I think he deserves this victory, even though he had won it before. But I kind of do have a little bit of mixed feelings about it, you know, but it is what it is. I guess a part-timer coming back and winning the Royal Rumble, I mean, we've seen that before, but you know, it's Edge. It's a little bit different. Edge is here, and we all love Edge, so Edge wins the Royal Rumble. That's cool. Biggest pop of the night, Bianca Belair wins the Royal Rumble for the women. That was really, really awesome. But overall, a good show here, and Big E, also a favorite in the Royal Rumble match, eliminated by Omos. And yeah, that kind of sucks. Daniel Bryan got eliminated so nonchalantly by Seth Rollins, which was really surprising, but good Royal Rumble match overall, good show overall, really enjoyed this. Hurricane, man, what a wasted spot. Could have had someone way better in there, but overall, really good show, enjoyed it. Can't wait to see what they do on the road to WrestleMania. Please smash the like button, comment down below what you thought of Royal Rumble 2021, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next video.